Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Taking another look here at Near Protocol. We're going to see kind of the backend data here and just check, a few key factors with liquidation, kind of see what's going on. Because when we looked at this previously, there was a lot of liquidation levels. Yep, there it is, right there at the $2 mark. So we'll talk about that and kind of see what's going on. We can see that on the charts here as well with this upper level. And just kind of talk about more specifically what happens when those liquidity levels are swept and why it actually happens in the first place. So again, if you're new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor, you gotta recognize that, but I do love to teach people to trade. I hope you can learn something here today, and we've got a trading academy and Signal group, link down below if you're curious about that. We're taking some massive profits. Results are posted on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. We had about a 90% success rate last month. This month, even better so far with only one stop loss hit. The last thing too, I just gotta clarify, a lot of my folks are asking about, an exchange for US, Canadian members, UK members, that doesn't have KYC or VPN requirements. Bitunix is a recent partnership we have with them, mainly for that reason. So if you want to use the link down below, phenomenal benefits are there for you if you use my link to register, of course, and obviously make sure that you check them out. They're a phenomenal exchange, trailing stop losses. They also offer multiple profit targets, things you don't see on most most exchanges. So it's really cool. Okay, so speaking of cool here, let's take a look at this. We've actually got two areas of interest, so you got to recognize that this could go either way. Mainly thing I want to talk about though, because we talked about this yesterday, is that $2 mark, how important it is, basically being a high liquidation level. Okay, so what happens, you got a candle wick up, price action, a lot of price action is left in that range here where folks buy in and they haven't been liquidated yet. So a lot of shorts are at that level, trying to expect the price to come down. When you hit that level, it sweeps all the liquidity and the price action becomes a little more free, right? So a lot of times you can sweep that. Well, not you, obviously. We're just kind of caught in the crossfire. The whales, the market movers, they're the ones hitting the price action to that point. Basically, when you liquidate a bunch of people at one time, it allows for you to be able to move the price where you want. Okay, so we got a $2 level there, and also a $1.60 level. So anyone in some early longs here, more recently, within the last just say 2 or 3 days, we can see a lot of liquidation there at about 166, and then of course upwards of $2. So the reason why it's important to recognize is because we got these levels here, right? So $2 is this high liquidity level. We got a lot of liquidity right there. We got some smaller liquidity levels here at about 195. We also saw there at about 166 is another liquidity range. Okay, so we're getting closer to the upper level. It would make more sense for that to be swept first, and then the price action to come back. So a lot of times you'll see the price come like this and then come back down. Okay, so it's not a guarantee, it's just a probability. Okay, so just something to be mindful of. Let's talk about the daily time frame here and just acknowledge that we have lost a couple of ascending trend lines, this shorter term trend lines, but our larger term trend lines are still valid. Okay, so we can see here we got a nice ascending trend here concurrent with the 20-day SMA. Fantastic stuff there. So this coin is still truly bullish. Okay, being up over the 200 is equally as important. We are below 50, below 70 and above 50 on the RSI. It's a good place to be. A lot of coins will kind of tread water just above 70 here or just below, and that's perfectly fine. Because I know you've probably heard, over 70 is considered overbought, and the price is going to turn around. Not exactly. In these momentous uptrends, it's almost the opposite. It works as like a support level. So truth is, we're in a position right now where we shouldn't be shorting into this coin, at the very least until that liquidity level is swept. So I'd say, entering in a short around $2 would be a lot safer than a short right now at 189. Okay. Am I saying you should take a long to $2? I'm also not saying that. Okay. Again, we want to get confirmation here. If there is confirming factors that a long is viable, that would make sense. But to me, we're a little bit on the overextended side here. But there's a much more strength in the fact that the price will probably go up than it will down. Okay. So statistically, you're more likely to be successful taking a long than a short right now. Take a look at the moving average convergence divergence, 12 intersecting with a 26 in upward fashion. Very, very positive sign here. That does imply that we are shifting momentum from bearish to bullish, and we've officially done so. We had our shift to the downside right here where the price action came down, had to sweep, and then of course it had the convergence to the upside here. So when we converged, the price continued higher. When we diverged, the price continued lower. So with us just now converging, the likelihood of the price going up from here is greater. Okay. So again, that's a fantastic sign as well. Furthermore, too, if we take a look at TD Sequential, we're at a 7 right now, and a lot of times this coin does hit a 9 and turn itself around. So keep this in mind. We have maybe 8 more hours of continuation before that pullback. So ideally, in a perfect world, the price action sweeps up to $2 in the next 8 hours and it comes back down. Okay, again, shorting at 2 would make more sense. but do not consider a short just yet. I think we have much more propensity to increase in value. What I want to look at too as well is just our Ichimoku Cloud and get confirmation that we're in good shape. And this is pretty much a perfect case scenario. Anytime you see the cloud behaving like this, it's fantastic. So to clarify, if you kind of look here, lagging spans free and clear, we're well above the cloud, conversion lines above the baseline. So we got momentum. We got confirmation the trend has at least 12 to 24 hours left to run. We also have continuation of the upside here being above the cloud. We broke through this key level resistance, so really there's nothing stopping near from hitting that $2 mark at this point. The only thing we might see is that we might hit some resistance here with this previous upper range at about 195, where the price action could come up and reject and do somewhat of a cup and handle pattern. That's a very large probability too. Okay, so again, interesting to see what happens next, but if you got a long position open right now, this is basically letting us know we do not want to close it. Okay? All green lights here with Near Protocol. So congrats to anyone who is in profit. Very well done. Happy to hear that. If you could comment below, let us know what your thoughts are here with this coin. Do you think it's going to continue higher? Do you think it's going to drop? You could too. Also, like, subscribe, and follow if you haven't already. We look forward to working with you. Thanks again so much for your time. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.